Good morning, Jackson, Mississippi, and all surrounding areas. You've tuned in to the free-range human show of choice, your daily dose of reality radio. It starts now. This is, of course, the Clay Edwards Show, and I am, of course, Clay Edwards. I hope everybody's doing good out there this morning. This is our Thursday edition of the show. We will have Anson B. Walker with the Walker Lifestyle coming in for the second half of the show. Maybe a little sooner than that, but we'll just say the second half of the show. We're going to talk about some stuff this morning, health and fitness related. See what is going on in the world of Anson Walker. See how much sooner we are to his app dropping. You can also check him out at thewalkerlifestyle.com for all your personal trainer, life coach, diet and nutrition stuff. But we'll get into all that. So let's cue this up before I go on this rant. Mac Hike of Flowwood, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram phone line is 601-879-0002. The Guns and Gear text line is 769-241-1944. And just throwing this out there, what I've been doing is instead of going on Facebook Live with the first segment of the show, I'm recording it on my phone, and then I'm uploading it to YouTube and to the other video outlets. It's kind of a way to help grow the show without people having to commit to watching the whole show. Let them see what it's about, then they go find the podcast. So if you would, go to the Save Jackson YouTube channel. It says Clay Edwards, but the address is Save JXN. Hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell for notifications. It would be greatly appreciated. Or go to your favorite podcast and music streaming platform, whether it's Apple or Spotify, Podbean or whatever, and subscribe to the podcast there and leave it a 5-star review. It helps it grow. It helps it in their algorithms. And let's get this message out there, and of course, tell a friend about the live show. I mean, but if we can hook them on the digital, maybe they'll want to tune in to the live. It's kind of my thought process there. I understand that a lot of people got a lot of things going on in the mornings and can't always get up and listen to the radio. But I will bring my product to wherever you are. I'm very flexible. Okay. So I need to get this off my chest because I got a message from a girl last night on my Save Jackson page on Facebook. And the gist of it is, why are you posting all this crap about Jackson? Oh, why don't you post about Rankin County killing our black men? We know what's going on in Jackson. We live it. That's the gist of it. And it took me back to the early days of the Save Jackson page, where I used to wake up every morning with a bunch of random messages from angry black women, mainly calling me a racist and all this stuff because I had dared to post pictures of what was going on in Jackson. And of course, that's, if you listen to the intro of the show, it talks about the positive solutions only crowd has been in charge for quite a while now, and I ain't seen too damn many positive solutions. Well, they've been in charge even longer since I first said that. And it's even less positive solutions going on around here. Well, I have a positive, let me back up a little bit before I give you my grand positive solution. It's a fix-all. It is guaranteed to work. Guaranteed to work, my positive solution. It's like the Green New Deal for Democrats. It's guaranteed to work. You're going to love it. There's this myth in Jackson. I've got to say, in the black community in Jackson, over the black Democrat community in Jackson, there's this myth that he who reports what is going on is worse than the person committing the atrocities that are going on. So you're not allowed to talk about it. You can't say nothing about it. Unless you got a solution. How much money are you giving? How much time are you spending in here? That's not my thing. I'm not here to fix your problems. I'm here to hold you accountable for your problems. Are you doing anything to better yourself and or your situation? The answer is no. Are you voting for people that are doing anything to fix your problems? No, you're not. All you want to hear is white flight, Donald Trump bad, governors are racist. Everything's racist. The only problem people in Jackson have is themselves. We're sitting at 75 homicides. I'm telling you, I got a feeling we're about to get on a burner too. The temperature in the room is just right to get on a hot streak in Jackson. We're sitting at 75. We're 9 off the pace from last year, give or take a day. So there was a shooting yesterday, a random drive-by shooting. I guess it happened at some apartments, but the vehicle ended up parked at the old library there on North Side. Ford Escape, windows all shot. Apparently a couple teens have ended up in the hospital in critical condition. I think it was 3 teens. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to go back and find the story. But do y'all realize that Mississippi is now, per capita, the deadliest state in America? Mississippi. It ain't because of Pearl, Brandon, Madison, so on and so forth. It's because of Jackson and Canton. It ain't because of the white racists running around killing black folks. It's because of black-on-black crime. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. It's not because of racist white people running around killing black folks. It's because of black-on-black crime. When was the last time somebody white killed somebody black? I don't see the phone lines lighting up. I know Thomas will call in and tell me the fella that got killed down at the hotel by the white kids from Rankin County 13, 14 years ago. Terrible situation. But that ain't the problem around here. So I'm going to read you a little clip. Shad White did an op-ed the other day. This is just one paragraph from it. I shared it to the Save Jackson Facebook page. I had to go down a couple days to find it. But he published an op-ed in the Daily Journal last week, the breakdown of The Family Hurts Us All and how we can address it. But I got a paragraph out of it that I want to read you all real quick. And Mr. Dixon, I see you on hold. Stay there for me. It says, Mississippians' concerns about crime are well-founded too. The CDC says Mississippi has the highest number per capita of deaths due to homicide of any state. Our capital, Jackson, had the highest number per capita homicides of any major city in the United States last year. That makes Mississippi and Jackson the murder capital of the world per capita. Well, the murder capital of America per capita, by the way. Had the highest number of homicides per capita in any major city in the United States last year. Someone argued to me not too long ago that our per capita crime numbers were high simply because we had a low population. Not quite. Other states like West Virginia and Iowa have small populations but have better per capita crime numbers. Wouldn't that actually make it worse? All right, I tell you what, let's pull Mr. Dixon in here on the Mac Hike of Flowood phone line. Hey, Dixon, you're on there, brother.
Brother Clay, how you doing this morning?
Hey, before you get started, I'm doing good. I'm going to tell people what my, because you queued up perfectly for me. Let me tell people what my grand positive solution is. Jesus Christ.
That's it.
That's it.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, that is it. We got to get back to Jesus and get out of this satanic trap that we have gotten ourselves in.
But you know, it's deeper than just race. Clay, have you been paying attention to how many people are still trying to raise the sunken ship of abortion? They are fighting tooth and nail to kill innocent babies.
Absolutely.
When you got a society this messed up, I mean, black people are like the canary in the coal mine, it seems to me. We do all this talk, and I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before, but there are several billboards around Jackson. I almost had a wreck because I wanted to start clapping when I saw it. Have you seen that sign that says, "If Black Lives Matter, why do we keep killing each other?" Have you seen that?
Yep, and that's exactly what I told that girl last night that sent me that Facebook message. I said, "I tell you what, y'all quit killing each other, and then we'll worry about what the sheriff's department out in Rankin County is allegedly doing."
And it's all based on, like you were just saying, they tell us to hate Donald Trump. We're supposed to hate Donald Trump, even though our gas prices were reasonable. They tell us we're not supposed to like Republicans, even though they're about stability and bringing in good government. And it's like we listen to the people we need to be taking, binding up in barbed wire and throwing in the Pearl River. Those are the folk we listen to. Well, look, you keep on telling the truth, man, because that's what needs to happen. We need to hear the truth.
Congratulations on completing your deaconism, or whatever the proper word would be.
Thank you. Yeah, I got ordained last Saturday. So, hey, man, keep me in your prayers, and I'll do the same. And God bless.
Thank you, brother. Have a blessed one.
You too. Bye.
Well, Mr. Dixon, he don't call that much, but when he does, you know it's going to be a good day. You know I've rang a bell when Mr. Dixon calls, and I so much appreciated. But that's it. And white folks, I got plenty for y'all too. This LGBTQ, LMNOP, trans, pedophile stuff, y'all are shoving down everybody's throats. White Democrats, that is. You're going to hell. I don't know any other way. There ain't no positive solution for y'all. I don't think Jesus can save you. And you're trying to push that on black culture also. And we could have a whole nother conversation about that, but I don't even want to have that solo. I would love to bring somebody black in the studio to have that conversation, and talk about what the demonic white liberal is doing to the black culture. All right. I'll tell you what, we got Thomas here. Thomas, stay on hold. I got to take this break, and I'll come straight back to you after the break here. You're listening to the Clay Edwards Show, 103.9 WYAB. All right, welcome back into the Clay Edwards Show. Real quick before we get to Thomas, who is set on hold patiently, you guys get out there and support Lakeland Glass and Tint if you need your home, car, or automobile. I keep saying home, car, and automobile. Two of those are the same thing. If you get your home, car, or business windows tinted, you need windshield replacement, or you need your vehicle wrapped, get in touch with Lakeland Glass and Tint. You can find them online at lakelandglassandtint.com or 601-946-1000. All right, on the Mac Hike of Flowwood Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram phone line, we've got Thomas. Hey, Thomas.
Yeah. Clay, you have to know where you are. Like, you in Mississippi. Like, I got on Kim yesterday about the same thing. Like, Mississippi got a lot of problems, you know what I mean? And my thing is, why do you have to bash black people that's having these problems? Why you got to bash the black community of Mississippi, of Jackson? That's my thing.
Because the culture and the shenanigans have absolutely destroyed the capital city.
Listen, Clay, you are the culture. Okay?
I'm the culture.
Yes, sir. You don't even understand it.
I am the
and
barbecue.
I know you know that. That's the problem with, white conservatives. They try to come off as they racist, and Kim Wade try to come off as he racist against black people. You contributing to whatever type of violent culture that's going on. You don't even know it. And you're a part of the culture. This Mississippi. Mississippi has not changed at all.
How am I a part of the culture?
Because, first of all, you're a Mississippian, and you sitting around jaw-jacking just like all the rest of the Mississippi people do. You're a typical Southerner.
I'm giving y'all positive solutions.
Mississippi. You're a typical Mississippian white person.
Giving y'all positive solutions, Thomas.
You don't give positive solutions, Clay.
Quit killing each other.
My thing is,
quit selling drugs. Finish school. Go to church.
If you got issues with Jackson,
quit knocking up bar skanks.
Let me just say this: if you got issues with Jackson or whatever, or your people got issues with Jackson, what are you gonna do about it? since you got something to say about it.
I don't have to do anything. I'm going to keep talking about it and not let it hide in the dark shadows.
That's the problem. Everybody wants to sit back and talk and bust jokes and make fun and jaw jack.
I just gave you a bunch of positive solutions. Hashtag.
See, you worry about hashtag. That's how I know you part of the culture. We talking about real solutions, real legislation. What are you doing?
Right, Thomas, I got Anson in the studio. He wanted to say something to you.
Hey, Thomas, man, I hear what you're saying. I do, and I respect what you're saying. And a lot of times, we just agree to disagree. That's just grown-ups, right? But my suggestion is this. The worst time in my life, personally, is when I didn't take ownership of my actions. Thomas, I always blamed other people for the bad stuff that happened to me. Finally, man, through a lot of prayer, through a lot of soul searching, through looking at myself in the mirror, I realized that my problems were 100% my fault. Okay, they were nobody else's fault. What Clay is saying, in not so many words, is black leaders in Jackson need to be accountable and be responsible for their actions. Now, I'm not saying there's no 100% it's your fault. That's not what I'm saying. But there's things that you can do better. Okay, there's not, what Clay is saying is, there's not white people coming down to Jackson and murdering black people. That's not happening. It's black people. You see what I'm saying?
Let me say.
Yes, sir.
Let me say this.
Okay. Does that make sense, though, taking accountability for your actions and then changing your actions so that those same things don't keep happening? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. But what I'm saying, you got to look at the people that you – first, you use a personal experience versus multiple lives experiences. Like, you got several black leaders. You got several black residents.
Hundreds.
And then they from Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
Then these Mississippi black people. Then you got Mississippi white people who really are no different or no better talking. Nobody doing anything nobody doing anything. Nobody doing anything. It's like Mississippi is about to fall off the face of the map. All 82 counties, white people included. You guys act like y'all ain't even in this with us.
Why?
Very much implicated.
Why isn't the murder happening
As a matter
in the
of fact,
other
it was a white
communities?
dude that committed a murder in 2020 in Jackson, Mississippi. Over there on fortification. In 2020, look it up, a white dude did commit a murder.
Well, no. But that was against another white. That was against another white person.
A white guy was arrested for murder.
We got to stop this white on white crime. Damn it!
Yes, sir.
Thomas,
a white guy was arrested
Thomas,
for
look,
murder in 2020 in Jackson, Mississippi. Look it up.
Thomas, I believe you, man. And again, he's
At the end of the day, what we gonna do about why we can't come together instead of sitting on the radio station talking about black people?
I've invited you
all day.
I've invited you to church with me.
People that thinking the same thing.
Thomas, I'm not gonna.
When they walking around instead of coming together.
I've invited you to church with me.
Oh, no, I'm talking about come together. Black people and white people need to come together.
What kind of music we gonna
It's
listen
in the
to?
olive branch. Fix it. Let's fix it together.
I extend an olive branch every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. You're one of the only people that call in and argue with me.
Like really, people got to do something. Like the governor and all that stuff. Like they really got to do it. You know what I mean?
They set up a whole new police department in Jackson because Jackson's couldn't do it. They're trying.
Like maybe we need to turn from conservative to a little progressive or something. Like get some action, some progress going.
Hey,
Thomas, progressive is what's ruined Jackson.
Thomas, what about parents doing something? Okay, what about a parent?
Same thing. Like they need to revitalize.
It's not the same thing because those aren't my kids in Jackson, Thomas. It's not the same thing. Okay,
but guess what though? The Mississippi Higher Learning Board governs those kids in Jackson.
But see, Thomas, you're trying to make me feel guilty for people in Jackson.
I'm not trying to make you feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that's on you. That's how you feel.
I don't feel guilty. No.
Man, I'm a man.
I don't feel guilty.
Control your feelings.
Yeah, I don't feel guilty whatsoever. But you're trying to make that, and I don't. That's not my.
No. I'm trying to make. I'm just saying that the Mississippi Department of Higher Learning governs Mississippi schools.
So we're going to agree to disagree on it, man.
White people.
All right, I gotta let you go, Thomas. Bye. I want to say one thing before we go to this next caller, and then we're going to get our segment started here. JBS gets more money per student than any other school district in the state of Mississippi. More money per student than any other district in the state, and they keep hiring Look, I'm not saying that gay folks can't lead children, but the last couple superintendents that they have hired, allegedly, of the LGBTQ persuasion, have done a terrible job. And again, JPS is a result of the terrible stuff going on. I'm just gonna say it. Jackson Public Schools suck, and y'all ain't done nothing to make them better. I'm gonna quit tiptoeing around it. Y'all trash. All right, to the next caller on the Matt Kike and Flow with phone line. Hey, caller, you're on there.
Clay, come on, man. You gave that man too much airway.
Hey, Derek.
Listen, Anson, what you just recognize is what Kim always talk about, the selfish Negro, that person that want to guilt trip you into something because they are a personal failure.
Yes,
you
sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Now,
I do.
Clay, you've got to know me for a while now. This whole come-together bull crap that he just got through saying, that's just like me inviting you to my house and mad because you didn't come because my house is dirty and my kids are out of order. Are you kidding me? Why am I gonna ask you to come hang around with me if I'm not in order? Right?
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't want to come together with a bunch of people that shoot each other at every time somebody gets killed and they have a balloon release, somebody else dies at the balloon release. I'm not coming together with that crew.
Can somebody please explain to me why somebody like this guy got on the air and talk about everything that's ailing black people when a lot of our elders couldn't read or write, but they was able to send about 5 or 6 kids to college, work hard and build their communities and things like that. Man, the community I grew up in a small town in Newton County, it was a fluid community. All the men were married. They had wives. And on Sunday morning, you couldn't tell your eyes off their wives because they looked like shiny pennies. You understand?
Yep.
We had community, but the minute y'all let those liberal Democrats come in, don't spank your kids, don't do this, you can have children without a husband, we'll pay you, we'll give y'all the welfare you need, just don't let the man come in. This is the result of it.
You're right.
Yep.
That's why when people was mad at Michael Cassidy for allegedly saying that married couples should get, what was it, like $20,000 or something like that? Well, why not? You give more than welfare recipients, right?
Agreed again. Yep.
All right,
so, look, man, that guy come on here with that guilt-ridden crap because his personal life sucks.
Yeah.
A lot of people in Jackson, their life sucks. And a lot of them I don't feel sorry for because he that trades liberty, for liberty for safety deserves neither.
Yeah, Derek, if you help yourself, I'm glad to help you if you need it. But you've got to help yourself first, and that's where the accountability comes in.
If he could show me some real oppression, I will fight it with you.
Absolutely.
This pseudo crap you keep talking about, like somebody's magically waving a wand that you can't do any better, give me a cotton picking break. You don't do better because you suck.
Agreed, bro. Agreed. 100%, man.
Appreciate it, Derek. All right, one last phone call before we take this break. We got Lacey. Hey, Lacey, you on there?
Hey, I just wanted to say Thomas needs prayer, and it's many others like him in Jackson and in other democratically run cities and whatever. That man's never going to change, and the people of Jackson are always going to point their finger at white people. They don't even want me as a black person saying that Jackson is a bad place. They're shooting like crazy over there. My mother had a bullet hole in her, and she's 82 years old. She had a bullet hole in her bathroom. We can't afford to move. I don't have the money, and neither does she. And it's heartbreaking. They shot up another lady's house a couple of weeks ago. Just shot it up. And they don't want nobody saying anything. They want you to. I see them. I'm telling you, I sit there and talk to them about these things, and they get angry when you say Jackson is a bad place. They get angry, and I'm black, and they don't want to hear it coming out of my mouth. People like Thomas are disturbing to the system of the human body. He makes me sick.
Yeah, Lacey.
I'm sorry, I gotta say it.
Yeah.
I know y'all try to deal with him, but you keep doing what you're doing because what you're doing is opening eyes. You may not open people like his eyes, but you're opening eyes. So you keep doing what you're doing.
Lacey, you know this as well as I do. The truth, it hurts. And sometimes you need to hear the truth, and you need to hear the cold, hard truth to get to where you need to get. And if you're going to make that 180-degree turn and change your life for the better, you've got to hold yourself 100% accountable and be responsible for your actions. And until that happens, nothing's going to change.
Well, I listen to you guys every morning. I do. I listen to Kim Wade every evening. And I hear idiots. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
You can say it.
But it just infuriates me because, you know what? You can't touch people like that brain because they love having somebody to blame for their failures.
You're right.
Okay, when you open your eyes and say, okay, we got a problem here, then you can change it. If you never recognize that there's a problem, you will never change it.
Yeah, Kim and Clay are doing God's work. They are. They're called to do this, and they're both good at it, and they're both incredibly brutally honest, and that's why I'm a fan of both of them, and that's why I love being here, because that's who I'm hanging out with, guys like that.
You're in a good place, and hopefully these phone calls, the show will make a change. Maybe one day you'll touch folks that can reach other people and say, okay, this show you need to listen to, because I try to get people tuned into this, but a lot of them don't want to hear it. I've seen people sit there and literally get angry because of what Kim and Clay says, mainly Kim because it's in the evening when I'm playing this stuff. But they don't want to hear it. It's like, I can't believe he said that. Of course he said it because it's true.
Exactly.
Yep. I mean, look, man, I know we're above target. I know we're above target because I just got another death threat on the while we're on there. You know, so.
Because that's all they know. People like that, that's all they know. They don't know any of the solutions to problems is death. That's all they know.
Yep.
And they don't even see that.
Oh.
You're right.
Lacey.
But I'm black. That proves that there are black people who don't think like that. That's ignorant.
Yep. All right, Lacey, we got to go.
Talking about killing somebody because of your beliefs. You have a right to believe what you want to believe. You have a right to speak it.
Yeah.
And anybody that tries to take that from you, it's the devil. Thank you. Y'all have a blessed day.
Have a blessed one. All right, we're going to take a break real quick. You listen to the Clay Edwards Show. I'm joined in the studio by Anson B. Walker, thewalkerlifestyle.com. We'll be right back on 103.9 WYAB. Rules when necessary. That's what we do around here on the Clay Edwards Show. Real quick, we got a caller that's set on hold through the whole break there on the Matt Hike of Flowwood phone line. So let's jump to them real quick. Hey, caller, you're on there. Thanks for staying on hold.
Hey, Clay.
Hey.
Y'all know y'all compare Jackson to, I hear talk about other places like Memphis, Montgomery, places that are crime's going up. They've got crime, but their infrastructure's not falling apart. Their waterworks, that's the biggest difference.
Yeah, I mean, there won't be a Jackson in 20 years. I mean, not a civilized civilization.
It's not civilized now. How far do you think they are from going bankrupt? What keeps people from like hearing gear from pulling out? And that little corner right there's got the Target and the Red Lobster and all that other stuff. Jackson's tax base is going away quick, and I think within the next 3 years they could be in bankruptcy.
I would think by the end of the mayor's current term, the city will be in bankruptcy or as close to it as they can possibly be without doing it, which I think that's where they're at. So.
Well, I mean, something's got to give. I mean, that's what they get for electing a black Nazi at office, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, black supremacist.
Hey, y'all have a great day.
You too, brother. Appreciate it. All right, let's shift gears here a little bit. Appreciate everybody that texts into the Guns and Gear text line and the Matt Hike of Flowwood phone line. I will get to those texts here shortly. So, again, thank y'all. But we got Anson B. Walker in the studio for our weekly Walker Lifestyle segment. Anson, how are you doing, brother?
Bro, I'm excellent, man. Glad to be here this morning. You were on a roll in that first segment, too, and you just kept it right on going.
Yeah.
And I like it.
Man, when the listeners are the most important part of this show.
Yeah.
And when they get to calling in and they want to chime in, I feel obligated to let them.
Absolutely.
They're a more important part of this show than I am. I'm just a guy that hits buttons and talks.
And we're going to agree to disagree with like the first caller, Thomas. But man, I wish that guy the best. I wish his family the best. I wish him success in everything he does. And I don't know that if he realizes that. But I love that guy. I don't know him, but I know he's probably a father and he's probably a husband and he's probably an employee of somebody or has his own business and he's working. And dude, life's not easy. And I know he's in a bad place right now. You can tell just by his tone, but. It's that accountability thing, man. If he'll hold himself accountable, he'll get it. So,
well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
I mean, what's funny is I feel like he's actually probably a rather accountable, rational human being, but he's so tied to this Democrat plantation culture that he just can't let it go, even though because he says a lot of things that make sense
Absolutely.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
And then he gets on that, and it's just like, so close but so far away.
Yeah. Yeah, and he may never get it. I don't know, but I can tell you this, man. Whoever you are and you're listening, dude, if you'll hold yourself accountable to a high standard and make those standards become results, you'll live a happy life. I'm telling you, because that's what happened to me.
Well, let's pivot from that, and holding yourself accountable.
Yeah,
it's no different than your fitness and your health and your diet and everything else. If you hold yourself accountable and
not at all. And Clay, you know me, man. I read a lot. And I'm reading this book called The Richest Man Who Ever Lived, King Solomon's Secrets to Success, Wealth, and Happiness. And this book is straight out of Proverbs. It's by Stephen Scott. And I wanted to read a couple paragraphs. So I got time to do that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, it's the happiness secret. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. That's Proverbs 17:22. What do you want? Nearly 3,000 years ago, Solomon wrote what medical researchers have only recently discovered, that being truly happy produces wonderful health benefits. Today's studies show a reduced risk of heart disease, cancer, and susceptibility to other illnesses. On the other hand, new studies report that people who are unhappy or depressed experience a higher rate of inflammation in the circulatory system, which is a major contributor to heart disease, heart attacks, and strokes. Overall, depressed people have about twice the death rate per age category as people who are happy. That statistic does not include suicides. Researchers have also shown that happy people recover from illness and surgery much faster than unhappy people do. So what will it take to make you happy? If you could have one thing in life, absolutely anything, what would it be? Prosperity, a better body, good health, a long life, a great marriage, a better job, a fabulous career? What? If you answer prosperity, I might respond, what good is prosperity without health? If you answer great health, a good point out a lot of healthy people who are miserable, but because they hate their jobs and don't make enough money. No matter which answer you choose, I could point out someone who is exactly what you want and yet is unhappy. Howard Hughes had it all, money, power, fame, and romance, and yet he was miserable. The truth is, more money, better looks, better health, a better job, a better marriage, and even longer life are really only a means to an end. What you really want goes one level deeper than that. What you really want is happiness. And dude, there's no cookie cutter for happiness. There's no cookie cutter for your health is different than my health, or your mental health is different than my mental health. But what I tell people all the time is this: I control two things in my life. I control my attitude and I control my effort. And Clay, I'm happier when I'm working out, when I'm reducing that stress and that anxiety. I'm decreasing that blood pressure. I'm happier with Tiffany when I'm working out. I told Tiffany before we got married, I said, baby, I work out for Anson. Okay, that's for me. That's not for anybody else. And if I can't make myself happy, I dang sure can't make my bride happy. And so that's what I tell people all the time. It's a personal journey with yourself.
Well, let me say this. You work out for yourself, but to make a better Anson for Tiffany.
Absolutely. Exactly.
So it's not for yourself. You know,
it
is, but big picture.
Yeah. When I'm fixed, when I'm healthy mentally, I'm healthy physically, I'm healthy emotionally, I'm healthy spiritually, I'm a better version of Anson for Tiffany, and then for the people in my life, for my clients. And that's why that stuff's so important, Clay.
Absolutely. You want to take a call?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We got a caller on the Mac Hike of Flowwood phone line. Hey, caller, you're on there.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Another day in paradise.
Look, let's go to Thomas just for a second. The problem with Thomas, I think, him calling in is, if you notice, he's always trying to talk over you. He'll never let you get a word in edgeways. So he's pushing his point of view without listening to another point of view. And that's his issue he has to deal with. But going off of that, and I don't know why, but I've been thinking, just say conservatives, Democrats, Republicans, Patriot, whatever you want to call it. Me and my wife had, about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, we had an argument. And neither one of us could agree. She was mad at the world. I was mad at the world. And the next day, I had a question for her, and I told her with all seriousness, is there anything that I can do to change your mind and make you feel wrong without actually putting physical evidence in the palm of your hand? And she agreed with me. There's nothing you can do. And I said, next time we argue, won't we just shut up and talk about something else? Because neither one of us is going to agree on it.
Right.
And we've stuck to that for right at 25 years. And we haven't had an argument in 25 years. We've had total silence. But the thing about that is, and a lot of people say, well, you're bottling up. And I said, no, you're not bottling it up, because in about an hour, one of you is going to realize you was wrong and you're going to apologize. Now, going to the political side of things, if everybody would just shut up and hear each other's sides and give it a little time and kind of do their research and see where it's coming from, you're going to realize if you're wrong or right. And, I like to think that everything I believe is right. And I know that it's not. But on a lot of my things, I do a little bit of research on, it's just common sense. But in Jackson, the issue is these guys, these kids they're learning from whatever, their parents or whatever,
the streets,
react before thinking instead of thinking before reacting.
Yep.
And, and then you put a gun in their hand and you react before you think. What happens?
Hey, brother, look, we got to take our break, man. That's a great thought. I appreciate it, man.
Awesome.
All right, man. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
All right, let's take a break real quick. You're listening to The Clay Edwards Show with Anson B. Walker. We'll be right back to close it out for the day on 103.9 WYAB. Breaking rules when necessary. Welcome back into the Clay Edwards Show. Look, the Guns and Gear text line is just absolutely melted. The Mac Hike of Flowwood phone line has melted. But I appreciate all you guys. We will revisit this conversation tomorrow when we got the whole hour, and you're welcome to talk about it all you want. Thomas has been blowing up the text line, so we'll get to those tomorrow. Let's close out with Anson here today, though. Anson, They can find you the TheWalkerLifestyle.com is up and running.
Yeah.
The app is on its way. They can find you at Stark Fitness.
Yeah. Facebook, Anson Walker. I'm only Anson Walker I'm aware of on Facebook. Your first segment, Clay, was powerful, and this stuff hits people different ways, and it's emotional when we start talking about race, religion, politics. We all know that. And this was just kind of on my heart, too. One thing, y'all, this is what Satan is, okay? Satan's real. Satan is real as this. I'm knocking on this table. Right? That's how real Satan is. But Satan's not a red devil. You know what Satan is? Satan's blame. Satan is guilt. Satan is no accountability. Okay, guilt is one of his most powerful tools. Satan is encouraging corruption, destruction, blaming other people. Okay, blaming citizens and quote trusting the government. That's what Satan's is to me. And I just believe this, man. I believe you're responsible for you. You're responsible for your health and your well-being, your mental health, your emotional health. And I'm Anson Walker, and that's what I do. I fix people, okay? I fix you emotionally. I fix you physically. And if spiritually, if you want that, we'll go there too, and obviously mental health. But I'm Anson B. Walker, 601-927-3208, 601-927-3208. I can help you if you let me. And that's all I got.
And I'm Clay Edwards. I piss people off. We'll see you tomorrow on The Clay Edwards Show.
Thanks for listening. Tune in tomorrow at 7 a.m. as The Clay Edwards Show discusses all that is going on in and around the city of Jackson.
This concludes our broadcast day.
Right here on 103.9 WYAB.